Let's start our review of the Hollyland Lark M2. This is a small set of wireless microphones that is pretty popular at the moment. Let's take a closer look at all the accessories that come with the Lark M2. First is the carrying pouch, which has a small partition inside it, not that cushioned. This is one of the two digital receivers. This one is for iPhone. It allows also the parallel charging. This one is a standard USB-C, so for Androids, tablets, or PCs. It also has the side charging port. Now the clips with magnets so that you can attach your microphone to your clothing. Next is the standard 3.5mm stereo audio cable for the analog output to connect to your camera, for example. This is a standard USB-C to USB-A cable. This is the wind muff or the dead cat to protect against wind noise. We will see how this works in a bit. Next, we have a necklace style support for the microphones with magnets as well, so that we can use it around the neck. And here is the charging case, which houses both of the microphones. It has 4 LEDs for the charging indicator. It charges via USB-C, and it also holds the camera receiver, which has both analog and digital outputs. This is the microphone. It has the multi-function button, the 3 charging pins, the microphone itself, and the magnetic plate to put under our shirt. We can also use it with the clips, and we can also use it with the necklace style holder. Here it is. So lots of versatility in terms of how we wear the microphones. You can also combine them like this. And I think this also works with the necklace style holder. Yes, it does. Now for the camera receiver. So this one allows for both digital and analog audio. This is the gain knob. We will check that in a bit in more detail. This is the analog output to connect, for example, to a camera or audio interface, like this. Okay, stereo output. These are the charging pins, 2 buttons, and the digital USB audio output. This is a clip that also doubles as a hot shoe holder, like this one. Okay, it stays on top of your camera, which has a similar hot shoe just like this light, just for demonstration purposes. Now let's see how we can attach the phone receiver to a USB-C port. Okay, phones, tablets, computers, whatever. And let's see if it can charge in parallel. Yes, it can. Okay, so this is extremely useful for those long recording sessions to ensure you don't run out of power. Now let's check the connection between the mobile receiver and the microphones. I'm connecting to a computer here, but it's the same thing for a mobile device. So here I'm taking out one of the microphones and just waiting for it to pair. And as you can see, we have the TX2 light solid blue on the receiver, meaning the microphone is paired. The solid blue on the microphone also signals that it is paired with the receiver. Now I take out another microphone and just wait for the same process to happen, but on the TX1. Now, if I put one of the microphones back on the case, it will shut down, meaning the receiver will no longer be connected to it. And if I do the same with the other one, the receiver will be actively waiting for a connection from the microphones. You can also manually switch off each microphone by pressing the multifunction button, like so, and we can turn it on again by doing the same thing. Now let's look at the less positive aspect of these, which is the forcibly linked noise reduction mode on both microphones. So they are not independent. If you activate the noise reduction on one, the other one will follow suit. So I'm turning on the noise reduction using the button, and you can see that both of them turn green, which means noise reduction on. Same thing with the button on the receiver. It will turn on noise reduction on both microphones or turn it off. Now let's take a look at the camera receiver. So this allows for both a digital and analog audio output. In this case, I'm going to connect it to a computer using the USB-C cable, so the digital output option. And if I take out one microphone, it's a very similar process to the mobile receiver. It will have a solid blue light indicating that the microphone is connected to the receiver. Same thing, if I take out the other microphone, the other light will stay solid blue, indicating that both microphones are connected. If I put the microphones back into the case, they will automatically disconnect. Now let's take a look at the camera receiver with more detail. Let's just wait for it to pair with both microphones. There you go, solid blue lights. So here in the front we have the mic gain, 3 levels, low, medium and high. Applies to both microphones at the same time. If I double click the power, I can lock the mic gain to prevent accidental changes. And the multifunction button is used to change from mono to stereo mode. Stereo blue, mono green. Unfortunately, this mode only works with the analog output, not the digital one. And I can press the microphone button to enable or disable the noise reduction mode. And unfortunately, it forces the mode to both microphones. So this is not an independent effect. Now, if I connect the receiver with the USB output, so I'm using the digital output now, and just wait for them to pair, there you go, I cannot use stereo mode. Okay, I'm pressing the button and it remains in mono mode, which is green. But if I disconnect it from the USB, it switches back to analog mode, which means I now can select stereo again. Stereo, mono, stereo, okay? Mono green, stereo blue. Now onto the wind protector or dead cat. So this basically is used to go around all of the microphone. So you have to put it in, and this is not practical at all, in my opinion at least. Okay, the only thing that stays out of the wind protector is the back magnet, like so. Again, for me, this is not practical. Now for some audio tests using the USB mobile receiver. This is the right channel for the Hollyland Lark M2 using the phone receiver. This is the left channel for the Hollyland Lark M2 using the phone receiver. And now the analog audio test using the camera receiver. This is a test of the Hollyland Lark M2 using the analog output in mono mode. This is the Hollyland Lark M2 using the analog output in mono mode. This is the left channel of the Hollyland Lark M2 using the analog output in mono mode. This is the Hollyland Lark M2 right channel using the analog output in stereo mode. This is the Hollyland Lark M2 using the analog output in stereo mode. And now the noise reduction test. Now for some noise reduction testing, we'll use some ambient noise. This is the Hollyland Lark M2 with ambient noise and noise reduction off. This is the Hollyland Lark M2 with noise reduction off using ambient noise. This is the Hollyland Lark M2 with noise reduction on and ambient noise. This is the Hollyland Lark M2 with noise reduction on and background noise. This is the Hollyland Lark M2 with noise reduction off and background noise. This is the Hollyland Lark M2 with noise reduction off and background noise. Now for the background noise reduction test using the camera receiver. This is the Hollyland Lark M2 with background noise and noise reduction off. This is the Hollyland Lark M2 with background noise and noise reduction off. This is the Hollyland Lark M2 with background noise and noise reduction on. This is the Hollyland Lark M2 with background noise and noise reduction on. Digital versus analog audio test. This is the Hollyland Lark M2 using the USB interface. And this is the Hollyland Lark M2 using the analog interface. We are experiencing interference from the USB, so let's disconnect it. And now, here is the Hollyland Lark M2 using the analog interface. This is the final audio test of the Hollyland Lark M2 microphone. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me clearly? The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. She sells seashells by the seashore. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me clearly? The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. She sells seashells by the seashore.